guys. And today, this is gonna be what we call a rant. Nice little rant. A lot of things has been going on, said on here in the YouTube streams, and I like to give my own perspective of a lot of things. From what I've seen, watch, observe, it's only fitting that I go in my own way. So I give people a few minutes before I start. It's what we call the late night edition. And I might tie those after dark to be more suiting. And let me expand this. Two more things. And this might hurt a lot of the male audience, or it might just hurt people in general. I don't really care at this point, but it has to be said nonetheless. Let me think. Hold on. I'm just going for my listings. I'm just checking everything. There's a lot of things I did not say earlier on here. A lot of streams. What's this? All right. I guess I'm all set. Let me go back to my stream. Hello, real Aaron Collins. Hi, Melly. Hello, J Speed. Good evening, everybody that's here and watching. Oh, I forgot to put the other links. Let me put these other links as well. Very important. 1 second. Let me see. I just gotta find it. Give me a second. Okay, I know what I'm doing. And have y'all liked it so much of the streams lately? Today? Give me your thoughts and feelings. As I tried to load up. Oh, damn. Hold on. I can't see this. Okay, let me go back. I should have did this earlier, but I'm gonna take care of this now. All right. Okay, I should be ready now. Let's go down. The first thing I'll put in is, always the Cash App. For those who want to contribute to the stream, here's that. And the other one I will also put up is my Twitter as well. And on Twitter, you could probably, if you have any suggestions, thoughts, feelings, or any topics, you could shoot me on Twitter as well. I'm gonna start using Twitter more often for all other means. So, and I know a lot of people are using Twitter. I don't use it particularly because I don't like tweeting, but as I know I got a channel now, I have to make use of Twitter to the best possible. Okay, so we can begin. Y'all ready? All right. All right, 6 minutes come by. So I guess we're all ready. As y'all know the topic, this is going to be a rant. And mind you, from my perspective, which is my perspective at the end of the day, this is how I view things from what has been heard and said. Message from a non-select male, or this is a message for the non-select males. And why I title this message for the non-select males? Simple, because a lot of these men for the past last year, going on to 2019, have been bragging and always saying that they're non-select and how they cannot attain a woman, which are other issues that's more prevalent in our society today. But one of the most arguments a lot of these dudes that label and quote unquote give themselves this title as non-select or call themselves an educated with lame. And usually when they refer to educated lame, it means most of them have a bachelor's degree, or hell, even a master's degree or a doctorate degree. Whatever you want to call it, any degree they get through their attendance through a university, particularly a regular university, not a HBCU, but mostly a university nonetheless, they are considered or consider themselves educated and lame. Now, last time I checked, there's nothing so boisterous or proud to be a lame. Now, to be educated, that's a different story. And as y'all know, I have dedicated enough shows and particularly maybe a live stream. And if I did not, I will double check if I did talk about it on previous live stream about this falsification of what we call education or a person that's educated. And the reason why I'm saying this personally and my experience on this earth and going through so-called education itself is falsification. It's not really real. It's not really real at all. Unless you're going into these universities to become one of three things: a lawyer, a doctor, or an engineer. And I can now put in a fourth column, a STEM. I'm not sure why most of our people, men and women, but we're going to focus tonight's conversation on men. I can't talk about the women because most women have no choice to go to these universities, get the debt, and wherever you want, what they do with their life, that's their business. I'm focused on us, men, right now. Listen to me good. You cannot be as a man in the 21st century feel because you attain a degree from a university that everything is hunky dory and you're secure and that you are better than the next person. Get your head out your ass. Not only that you're not better than the next person, but you are in a stage of stupidity. Why I say this? Listen to me good. Because you have a lot of work to do. Especially ones that went through the stages just to go through years of so-called schooling through universities to get that first degree, much as go further into getting either the master's, doctor, or getting another degree in between of getting one degree. That knows that your life and what you do moving headed forward in life is just begun. Most of y'all that got these degrees, some of y'all are in your professions. Some of you are not in your profession because most of the jobs that you went and attained a degree are no longer obsolete. One or the other, you went out your way to take time to get the education, or I like to call it the training, through the 4 years of university, and got this paper certificate, which is not really worth nothing but something you can wipe your ass in. That's another story. And if you got it without getting in debt, all power to you. I mean, to you. And one other thing, before I continue, let me drop another link in here. Mind you, I forgot something else. And the reason why I have to talk about this because this is it's getting more ridiculous, and it seems like a lot of these males, because not only they can't attain that sister or that black female they want in their life to hopefully marry instead of just fuck around, which most of us in our society we like to deal with more having uncasual sex with random women, including women, and don't want nothing to show for or build with them at the end of the day, but that's another story. But just to have just the regular casual sex for nothing. You as a man going through your stages through manhood, if you didn't have your father in life, you have a lot of work to do, my dudes. A lot of work. Because now your journey through life, if you live past the age of 18, It's just begun. That means now you have to be searching at how to become a man. And it takes more than just have a penis between your legs. This is something is the essence of it. To stand firm, to be not only self-disciplined, but to have some integrity and some pride in yourself. That you will not do certain things out of character because you're a man and you have a sense of self-respect. These are things that if you have not learned it for your development while you're upcoming in your early stage in life, going on to when you reach 18 or you leave your mother's house, or if you have both your parents, these are things you might not be unfortunate to learn for your development in life. But I'm telling you right now, brothers, you have a long way to go. And let me okay. I'm gonna drop a Discord link for those who want to expound and have a conversation with me. Here's Discord link. And another thing, I'm telling y'all this. There was something that another brother on another platform had discussion with another brother today. And y'all know what I'm talking about. And the man asked this brother a serious question. What are these black males, or what I call young black men, doing the times they were in the universities, college? Because they said a good portion of black males, or excuse me, black men are in college more than ever. But as they come in, if they finish or they don't finish, they go in there, either attain what they get, or and they'll come out with either not only getting that degree, but also in the position where they could eventually think of settling down while they hit the age of 25 at most. Now I'm giving the age 25 to be nice because on the average, most men, if people really look at it statistically, don't have their first child until they hit or over the age of what, 25 years old. Now, the argument with a lot of these dudes that are considered non-select or educated limbs, they talk about the women they cannot get, and if they get these women are already settled, which they already nest with a child or two from another black man. They're very furious and angry about this, but like my good friend on another stream asked this man this question. So what the hell were you doing in the first 4 years in life while attending university? Were you there screwing around, being in frat parties, fraternities, or being very antisocial, playing too much video games, while probably doing your other things, which you should be doing anyway? What are you been doing for these years? Well, to get access to the majority of the black female, aka black woman, that's already in these universities and getting these degrees at a more rate than men, because by nature of this country or in general, most women are going to get degrees and men are going to sometimes either get these degrees or they be doing things hands on with trades. It's one or the other. What are you non-select Negroes, lames, doing for the first 4 years? Ah, I think I know what you've been doing. You've been very antisocial under this climate we call social media. And my good friend Cerulean Gray did a stream on this, playing of audio of a man dealing with social media. And matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. Cause I think playing it would make better sense. Hold on, guys. Oh, we have one person. JSP, I'm gonna open your mic in a second. Let me just go for my rant. Hello. You gotta give me a minute. Let me go for my rant, and I'll open the Discord. All right. Good. All right. Let me just find this. Just want to give one quick ring. Let's see if I can find it. Where is it? 1 second, people. Because me playing this would make better sense than anything else. Oh wow. All right. Okay, let me think. Let me see if I can find it here. I guess I can't find it. I'll tell you what it is because just to save time. In the video, a Coxswain man was talking about the the ways of programming on social media and its effects on people, not just males, but people in general, and how their behavior, how they're becoming very antisocial with the help of technology and social media. That a lot of people are being very disconnected with not only with other people but with society as a whole. And once I find this video, I will post it somewhere. But when I watched that, it kind of gave me the idea of saying, for the last 20 something years, or I could say 19 years, 18, 19 years, since the first social media site, which I think was called MySpace, which I think came out either 99 or 2000. It was one of the few stages, or the first beginning stages of anti-socialism amongst people. And the reason why I say this is because I remember those times back then when it first started coming out. I never used MySpace like that. 'Cause I never understand it like that during that time. But now looking after MySpace was around and then Facebook came around 4 years later, and you see how Facebook took off more than any other social media sites, which I think it was created by a melanated man, a black man, I think, that created the first social media site. That what it did, it got people to be comfortable behind a computer screen and hitting people in their DMs in a way to just for conversation. And what it does, it takes away most people that you should go out and interact. Some people today still do it, but it's a dying and a decline now of people really interacting in places like the clubs, dances, events, certain special events where people get together. That institution itself is a dying institution as we speak. Why is dying? Because the average Americans are not socializing themselves like that. And what it breeds is we see an influx and a rise of people going through or label themselves by characters like MGTOW, incel behavior, and it becomes very detrimental to society when men are not able to conversate with the opposite sex like they used to. And this was expected to happen because one of the few things to start destroy people or to really keep people in check under a crumbling empire, you have to make them very antisocial to interact with not only the average person, same sex person, but the opposite sex, which what you're seeing now. Most of the black males today are very antisocial, more than ever, very more than ever. And because of this sick behavior, it breeds this type of, I guess, dealing with reality. And it makes me wonder, with this with this now in play now, it makes sense why most of these males for over 20 years and probably less than that that used to interact with females or women, they don't even get married before they hit 30. It's actually what you see now. You see people now, if they ever are getting married older now. some with kids or without kids. And not only that, a lot of these black males that is not really getting settled, if they can, they're missing the opportunity to settle down at their mid part of their lives. Instead of waiting so long, because if you're not able to interact with a woman or be able to get a woman, you know, in a relationship or potentially marry them while you're in college, which a lot of them call themselves educating, then obviously that opportunity can be lost. Because the real issue is a lot of these dudes really want a black female for themselves or a black woman to call their own. And sometimes they want the ones that look good. And black women always gonna look good if you think about it. And depending where you at and what you want, you're not gonna always find a bad looking sister. But if you're a man that's always thinking about just getting in, having sex, and you're not able to interact, conversate, or trying to know the woman, it's a problem. So, really and truly, you as a man that considers yourself quote unquote educated or non-select, you are doing yourself a disservice when you're not be able to take the best quality of these sisters while you're interacting in the good years of college. You're wasting your time because and a lot of you that either get them or you sometimes get some women that's non-black, it's really a no-no because I'm thinking like this: other race of women and men, most of them they will get settled while they're in college, possibly, or when they finish college. I'm not sure what the percentage. If somebody could reveal that, that'd be good. But I know for a fact that when it comes to us, we're doing things a lot backwards. We get married very late. Some of us now are in stage now. If we're men, we might have children real later in our lives. Some men might have them in their 40s, hell, even possibly 50s. I hear stories of some men might even want to have children while they're late 50s, 60s. And I'm looking at this as some illogic behavior. And I think say you're gonna be 70 something years old when your child hits 20 fucking years old, if you're still around. Now I know people say most people are living longer, but you can't bank on that in this society, especially you're a black male. Your chances of survival in a Western world you don't control are very harsh, and women do live longer than the men. So you up here waiting that long to have children, I'm not buying it. I don't even advocate that crap. I feel if you're a person that is looking to be married, I would say to you this: get your stuff together, know what you're getting now, what you're doing now, while you're in your 20s. Stable yourself as steady as possible, and if, like always, find a woman, particularly a sister, and marry her before you hit 30. At most, you could push it after 30, but the sooner, the better. Now, not a lot of people don't like this message because a lot of people say, well, what about my resource? I gotta get resources. Well, you live in the Western world. Everything in this country is predicated by the policy. And since black men don't have no power in this country, you do the best you can, like everybody else. Usually, when you get in there, if you decide to get a degree and a career, you should already know what you're getting into from the start and know what you're making and start budgeting yourself. And usually, always find ways to make more money outside the work because this country is a capitalist world. So you should be able to not only compete on that level, but you should also branch out and try to get other residual income many other ways. We have the internet today. There should be no excuse how why most men can't better themselves financially. Besides the policy that needs to be changed in this country in regards to the wealth distribution in this country. While most black people are trying to start go into the policy, which they're gonna eventually have to into anyway to correct this problem, most black men should always be somewhat on their purpose and always try to self improve. Whether it's your mind, your health, your body, and your pocket. If you have to work more hours a week to bring in more, do that. Either you're a single man or with a girlfriend or with family. You do that. You should not be complacent, lazy in the 21st century as a man, especially a millennial man, 80 man moving forward. Because the odds in this country is very slim to you, and you gotta do more to compete and for your own self-preservation, for not only yourself but as a race. So let me just go to Discord. I'm gonna open up Discord. J Speed, you there? Hello. Hmm. All right. Well, as I wait for him, um, for those who are listening first time, please comment, subscribe, and like to the video. I always leave a comment at the end of every video. I want to hear your thoughts, feelings, and expressions of how this video made you feel. Also, like the video as you come in. Please like the video. I'm not sure if anybody else is a moderator on here. Aaron Cons, are you a moderator on my channel? If you're still there, or anybody there, please press 1. Um, Also, I do want to say this. You know, one. Oh, I see now. Let me see. Let me check, Jay. I just opened it up. This one I want to do. Hang up and go back and reopen back your Discord. Not, but just jump off this Discord, Jay, and jump back in. Maybe it'll correct the audio. Okay. Another thing I will say is this. As y'all know, a lot of our sisters, they don't vibrate too much off weakness. And if they smell that you're something that all you could do is, got a degree, and then you feel that you should deserve what we call the yoni or the coochie, you are sadly mistaken, very sadly mistaken. On the average, most women not just gonna open their legs because you attend and did a 4-year bid for a university. You gotta bring something more to the table. You gotta bring some personality. Make a woman laugh, or have a conversation. You see, the problem with, like I said before, with this antisocial nature that they try and program everybody here in the West, is they try and make a good portion of the male population very much disengaged, less interactive with the opposite sex. Besides with the Me Too nonsense going on right now, but the whole premise is if you can get a population of men, either white or black, but we're going to say for black men for sake of conversation, to be very much less social and interactive, then obviously they're not going to be able to not only be on their mission and purpose, but now they're going to be sexually frustrated because they're not able to get what's in between a woman's legs. And they'll say, if you're on your purpose and you're doing what you should be doing as a man, the woman will eventually flock to you. Because most women will see a man that is productive. Not all women, because a good portion of women on site have been trained to engage in masculine behavior, but enough of them will see actual productive men. And who's this? Hold on. Wait, I'm just checking something. Hey, what's up, Charles?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I know you're on the streets. I'm live now. Everybody in the YouTube streets can hear you right now. Yeah, I was titling this "A Message for the Non-Select Males." This is my little rant. I'm going in on some of them that talk about, how they can get the woman of their dreams, or certain things where they boast it and giving themselves high praise that they so-called educate, and they praise of being a lame, you know. And I said that, and I'm not sure you heard a previous conversation from another stream, how the brother asked this dude a question. Okay, if you're in these same universities like the black women are, the black females, right? What are you been doing for the last 4 years? If most of the all the women are in these universities. That'll be the best time to grab one of them.
Mm-hmm.
While they no got no child on the average, and hear me, good people. Most women that you know that's black in college, not every black woman has child when they hit college. Very small percentage. I'm not gonna do numbers on that because we all know anybody go to university, either HBCU or a university where sisters there, Lam don't got kids like that. So
Yeah.
I always ask what these black men are doing for the last 4 years.
See, you want me to answer? I don't know if everybody can hear me.
Yes, everybody can hear you. Go ahead, answer. I'm gonna turn the volume up. Go ahead.
Number one, what they're doing is something that's shameful. They're worshiping pussy. Instead of getting themselves ready for manhood, taking the steps to become a better man,
Mm-hmm.
they're only increasing what they think would get them more pussy.
Yeah.
Instead of being great, I mean,
He dropped off.
All right.
dude,
Yeah. Hold on a second. All right, Jay, it's working now. Stay online. Go ahead, continue, Charles.
instead of doing everything to do to be great, I mean, to the point where you diss greatness,
Yep.
you basically put pussy on a pedestal,
Mm-hmm.
putting your mission in life on a pedestal. And that's when you have, can I blame the women at that time? Yes and no. I can only blame mom for so long, and then after a while, you become your own man.
Correct.
You know, when you're your own man, all you got to do is blame you.
Yep.
No woman is going to respect a man who worships her. She's going to respect the man that says, if I go out of the line or if I disrespect him because he's on his purpose, he's going to cut me the hell off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see he's working with something. He's about to accomplish something.
Mm-hmm.
And the minute you put the pussy on the pedestal, and it's not even, and it's sad because you're not even worshiping the women. You're not even getting the personality. You just want the vagina.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
No personality, nothing the woman can do, not even how she looks, just the vagina.
Or what she could contribute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like most men, they say, "Oh, you can ask questions." Yes, you could, because you're making a decision to say if you're going to take her in as more than just a plaything. You want to take her in as a mate, something that carry on to your purpose that while you're in this journey. That helpmate. You get me?
You know, it's funny because throughout history, men gave a lot of women purpose.
Yes.
Even into this day, we can help women with a lot of purpose, whether it's becoming a mother, whether it's become a helpmate, and many other factions. Hey, if you want to give your woman a purpose, say I have this business plan, and if you have a decent woman, not even a great woman, just a decent woman,
Mm-hmm.
she'll different ways to make that business plan grow.
Mm-hmm.
Just like if you have a hobby, your wife, your girlfriend may not like football, but
Mm-hmm.
in order to please you, she's gonna invest her time in learning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's instead of being on your purpose, a lot of dudes, put a false god narrative on the pussy.
Yep.
And then they wonder why they get taken for so much money. Look at some of these celebrities and athletes. The most criminal thing you can have is simple money. As the old saying, a fool with his money will soon be departed.
Yes.
You didn't think to put any safeguards against this chick that you wouldn't even know if you weren't in your space of being a multi-millionaire. And you're surprised that as soon as you stop making the money for her, she's going to take you for yours? Come on, man.
I know a few. I remember Kevin Garnett. Who else? I can name a few off my head. Can you? There's a lot of. And no, those was athletes, but I'm just naming. These are the same ones that came in with something, and as they stopped, what they were doing, they still make money, but not like how they were on the contract. You see this happen.
And when you're always on your purpose, have you ever noticed how much you can create, how much you can achieve, how much of a man you are for the world, yourself, and your family?
Mm-hmm.
Once you stop to put that shit on a pedestal, you become stagnant. And usually, just like stagnant water, it becomes disease. It becomes infested. That's where you get like a lot of
Mosquitoes.
mosquitoes. And what happens when you're stagnant? The mosquitoes or the bloodsuckers will come and drain you of all your resources.
That's a good analogy. I like that.
So a lot of us need to actually school the younger guys and then be like, look, be on your grind and be on your purpose.
Yeah.
Women will be here and they will go.
Yeah.
But you only got but so much for your purpose.
Yeah.
You know what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I would tell the opposite for the ladies. Don't waste your years. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun. No, you're just living vicariously through them. That's all.
No, and not only a lot of these women are living like men, vicariously by engaged in promiscuous behaviors, which it can be detrimental long term for them than most of the males. If the males can get some booty, which a lot of them, you hear them a lot of them out here on the social media and on these YouTube streams complain about getting the coochie.
I had a call yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Chick got upset with her child's father. She claimed they're not together. She was just being nice. Yeah, okay. I was born today. I ain't sleeping on the pillow, okay. He might be sleeping on the couch, but okay. I'm like, you were okay with your 3 rules, treating him like a child. So this grown man, you treat him like a child. You can't bring any women to the house, can't smoke weed, can't do whatever else. So why would you let a guy who's not contributing to the house come into your house? And I had to ask her, did he have a job when you were pregnant by him? And she was like, no. I'm like, why? Well, I have a heart. You can see, I think I lost 100 pounds of hair out of my ass, man. That's how much I had to buy. Like,
shit.
But yet, you feel as though it's okay for you to call the police because to get this Negro out of here. I said, see how you playing sides?
Yeah.
And I always said, are you at the same thing? When you have chicks out there talking about men ain't building, are you picking men that build? That's the question I'm going to ask certain criteria of certain women.
Yeah.
Are you picking men that build?
Yeah.
Because if you were, what the fuck you got to complain about this? So the only reason you're complaining is because you're not. So let's be truthful about it. If you were getting these magnificent guys that build, instead of giving up the first guy who's going to give you a baby and that's it, then what are you really complaining about?
Yeah. But here's another thing more about it. I remember the stream by Mr. Samuels, how one woman was in the chat room talking about how she always attraction Dusty. The first thing the brother asked her said, hold on, chick, are you a Swiffer? Are you just picking up dust? Attracting dust? Because the men that I have on my circle, we don't deal with dust. Unless we're, doing something, Some men, if you're getting dirty, you're being productive in another way. But
I would like to say, when you're dealing with dusty men, are those dusty men, are they building? Are they creating something? That work with carpentry, plumbing? Where is it? What is? See, I like to ask this question because I don't allow people to get away without defining their statements first. If you ever notice about me, I will always make a person define their statements and use their logic against them.
yes.
Number one, let's define dusty. Because y'all say I want a hard-working man. I never seen one hard-working man that ain't dusty.
I have not seen one either.
So stop the bullshit. Let's use some logic. Hold on. So if you got a dusty man, that makes him a very capable man.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
Let's keep your sons. Do you keep your sons trim and pretty like a bunch of girls? Or do you put them around their fathers or grandfathers, uncles,
That you
or
could
men
trust.
that
That you
you
know is not one of the predators. You know.
and teach them to be dusty and contributing members of society? Or do you treat them like bitches?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to be political tonight.
Yep.
I'm going to be a little on the real side. Do you treat your sons to become dusty? Because if you're dusty, when I was in Iraq, kicking in doors in sandstorms, I was awfully dusty.
Good question.
Streets of Baltimore as a cop, you get down with the dirt. Well, if I'm in an alley or whatever, you're dusty.
Yeah.
So, is the being dusty a bad thing when you're contributing, working, and fucking building?
Mm-hmm.
Beta male. Let's break that down. Beta, there's nothing wrong with being beta.
Okay, break this down so we could be educated, Mr. Faulkner.
Because beta means he who follows.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to learn how to do wrestling and boxing, and I was teaching you, who would be beta and who would be alpha?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would be your alpha, you would be my beta. But if I wanted to learn about how to host a radio show, I would be your beta and you would be my alpha. I would have to follow your lead to learn.
Yes. Yeah.
So guess what? Before you become an alpha, you gotta be a beta.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna be beta in some roles every so often, and it's interchangeable.
But you see, it goes back when we define words, and I don't really go into too much with alpha beta because it can be something that people, when they hear it, they said, well, some men are beta, so it's a negative thing. And you have to be this and that. Not everybody could be alpha or sigma or these special Greek terminology, which is our words at the end of the day. I want people to get this clear. That, everybody plays their role. That's the most important thing because if there's no such thing as these special labels, then how things are gonna progress? Shit will not get done. You get me?
Oh yeah. Number one, how can I say this? We put labels on stuff that females put on. So a female can't tell me what an alpha male is because her idea of the alpha male is going to be skewed compared to a man.
Mm-hmm.
Can you be alpha and studious? Yes.
Yes.
It's like I had to correct Obsidian's ass one time. And praying. Not all educated men are lame. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? And I had some classes over Morgan State as well. There are some guys that are no homo, so handsome that they can run the gauntlet with women. I mean, the fucking gauntlet. I mean, they sling dick like fucking Shinobi slinging a sword.
Mm-hmm.
With just their raw physical attraction alone, hell, I was one of them. So, you can be an educated man and not be lame. The reason why they love that term is because they're too scared to progress past it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's more of an essence into being a man than to be a label. I've said it once and I say it again, and you're gonna quote me on this shit.
Okay.
Yes, because I'm gonna say it plenty more times after this. Only the black man in America is not allowed to be multifaceted.
I agree.
We either have to be a thug, we either have to be educated. We can never be the quintessential man.
Mm-hmm.
We can never be the face of masculinity. We gotta be put in a label.
And so the labels they put us are detrimental and dangerous for
Exactly.
our self-preservation in society.
Unfathomable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
You cannot even capture the essence or comprehend it. So, if you got a guy who can lift weights, read comic books, play video games,
Mhm.
Spawn, yeah, coach a wrestling team, read Miseducation of Negro,
Mhm.
and do all these other multifaceted things, how can you label him?
Yep.
That's because a lot of people, one, side the women because they don't want. It used to be a time when women wanted a man that they could admire to. Now they're trying to compete. They're
Yep.
being taught that through the educational system.
Yep.
Women always love a man that they admire, that they can look up to for their guidance. And for the dudes, they used to have, there are some guys you can admire from their works alone, and they're taught to be scared to go outside their box, and that's the function of men in the first damn place.
Mhm.
You're supposed to be multifaceted. You're supposed to learn things that are difficult.
Yep. You're supposed to always challenge yourself
Exactly.
for self improvement. And one of the things this society has done successfully, they've taken out the challenge or the challenge instinct of a man in the society. Because usually man is supposed to be the one to impose this great environment we call America. And we find that they are hindered through other men, through the help of policy, but just certain regulations and certain institutions put in place to condition his mind so he doesn't be that competitive or the will to impose his environment. Because the first thing that comes to any mind, especially the ADOS men, black men here, is a sense of fear. And it's not just the unknown, but fear itself. Because fear keeps you in that, you know, stay away from state. So you're uncomfortable to really pursue what you really want or anything you do because fear. You see, one thing we don't understand about fear, fear is control. I want people to hear me good. When you have any sense of fear, it hinders what you can, your capability, what you can really do as a person.
Yeah.
So that's all I say.
And it's funny, I'm glad you mentioned that about fear.
Yeah.
Because when I hear somebody says, well, I'm a lame too. You're afraid to be a man. You're afraid to be yourself. You're afraid to go to women who actually admire you. It's you got some people who are guilty. Well, this one black guy chasing all these white women. Did you give him the time of day when he was chasing you?
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm one of those guys who's gonna fucking open up the whole goddamn book of truth.
Yeah.
Did you give him the time of day when he was chasing after you? Even the most lamest guys are gonna go to the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
Instead of shaming this guy, why don't y'all try praising?
Mhm.
You know, this is how I know the black community is at a moral downslope.
Mhm.
Because wasn't it your grandmother mother who taught you that you get more flies with honey than vinegar? How the fuck you expect men to bill for you with vitriol in your fucking blood?
Mhm. Mhm.
How the fuck you gonna tell them to build when you don't encourage shame? Really? If y'all actually went to those guys in college and in high school and know that guy was going somewhere, you would have him for life.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
we ought to charge these motherfuckers for that game I'm giving out.
Mhm. And mind you, not often you get, but really it's more life lessons, from another man or another gentleman like yourself, Charles. That we as black men we could learn from each other if we get our if we just get
Yeah,
out
we
of
can
this
have fun.
this divide and fight amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we know, like next person knows more than that. No, we don't know shit in the society as men. And as a man, you should always be self-improving, self-growing. Life is your best lesson to learn from other men, because who's your better competition? Like Maximus said, with these other people, he said it best that you always gotta be around and studying because they're studying you. They always constantly learning, and they're not learning about themselves. They learn about you because you are the best specimen on this earth.
You think other races of men aren't studying us, both black men and black women? You're
Mm-hmm.
damn lying. If you
Mm-hmm.
think they're not. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
we must understand the Stockholm syndrome that's in the community.
Yep.
You have, what is it, like they said it was 130 black owned nail shops in Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
How many is before that by black women? How the hell are Korean shops still in business?
That's what I want to know. This, and mind you, Chicago. I'm not sure how big Chicago is, but if they have more than, let's say, 50 of the same business, like hair and nail salons, right? The people, if they have more than that, a surplus, how is the Asian people still able to compete in a black city where there's
Not
still
just
black people? Yeah.
how is that? Like you can't. I like to get away from the notions. Well, the black man ain't building. Okay, okay. What is your excuse now?
Mm-hmm.
What is your excuse? We don't build nail shops. Maybe we should because then we'll take all the money from y'all. But hey, I'm just putting a suggestion on that.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll even give it to the. You know what? Since we're there, we're gonna go there, right?
Yeah.
For argument's sake, I'll agree and say the black man ain't building. I'll go by that logic. Once again,
Okay.
you're gonna see the verbal judo in action. Just got my 6th-degree black belt in that shit.
Okay.
We'll use their logic. The black man ain't building. Cool. Okay, we good. Black man ain't building. You got the purse strings. And shout out to Professor Cerulli, greatest day. Black women got the purse strings of the black community. So, since you got the money, what are you building?
That one though. That I want to know.
What are you investing? Even if you're not supposed to build, I'll give you that. I'll even take the building part off. Yep. What are you investing?
Yeah.
You spend more money in hair care products, beauty products, than you do in your own child's education.
Especially the black boys.
Especially the black boys. So, if you want to bring up men that can build for the community, you got to start from where they're raised. Mm-hmm. So, do we blame the manufacturer or do we blame the store from which we pick? Mm-hmm. We have an effective product. Yep. Which one do we go at? Well, the father ain't there. Did you pick a father who was going to be there? Mm-hmm. Yep. Because you knew people are going to justify your fuckery. They'll never justify the black man's. Yep. Even if the black man ain't there, he's allowed to be ain't shit. Mm-hmm. I dated a girl who she still holds her mom in the highest esteem, but her mom was a crackhead, prostitute, a thief, all these other things, but she still has her mom in this great esteem. Mm-hmm. Literally put her brothers and sisters and dropped them off. As soon as she had them, dropped them off at her brother's house, which is her grandmother. Still have her in high esteem. Mm-hmm. Can a black man who say, you know what, give me about a few months to get my life together, I'm going to go take this girl, I'm going to take this time to get my shit together, get a job, we'll be called ain't shit. Mm-hmm. But yet, do we invest our time into the black men that are going to pull us up? See, people don't understand. I can't go by a woman's definition of masculinity because it's skewed. Just like a woman can't go by a man's definition of feminine because it's going to be skewed. We're the opposites. We're polar opposites. Yep. So that being said, masculinity is also mercy and refined strength. It's not uncouth violence. It's refined. Meaning, if I see somebody, I'm like fucking Goku. I'm looking for the next greatest challenge. Like Superman, I want to try to move a planet by hand. I want to just be trying to be the greatest I can be. It's it's not it's not a man's nature to bully. Why? Because there's no challenge on it.
Mm.
That's why we revere the hero, because the people who get bullied, who can't defend themselves, revere that hero because he didn't have to do it. He had mercy on that individual to help them out. So back to the situation again. We just gotta say, hey, are we in it by ourselves? Are you just looking for black men or black women to do something? Or are we gonna work together? Or are we gonna be too busy pointing the finger?
Mm-hmm.
Black men want everything, but they don't build. You goddamn right they want every damn thing.
That's right.
You know why? Because, and people know who I'm saying this to, not naming names.
Mm-hmm.
You goddamn right they deserve it. You know why? Because for fucking 400 years, we've been your shield. We took the majority of your ass whoopings.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't allowed to go to schools past the 8th grade. We worked jobs, got high level trades to push your asses through jobs
Mm-hmm.
and college.
Yep.
You left the most refined black man in the fucking 70s
Mm-hmm.
when the black man was getting educated, had both trades and education, not just a bachelor's, but a goddamn PhD, and you left him for the fucking crumbs of a white woman.
Mm-hmm. To that no good chick. Mm-mm-mm.
And
then they complain about it too.
And then got the audacity to complain.
Yeah.
There ain't no good black man out. No. Why should they build for you? When a child fucks up in school or acts like a spoiled brat, do you pick that child up and tell them they're spoiled? Or do you take that child by their shoulders and shake the shit out of them and say, get your shit together?
Mm-hmm.
And people can say, oh, you're trying to blame the black woman. No, I'm not. Because I pretty much told you, don't fuck with fuck niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that about certain people who aren't productive. But if you're a smart individual, you already remember and know that I said that. Back to the broadcast.
Yep.
So, you go up there, you don't encourage your men, you try to shame your men, you think your men are underneath you, you belittle them. Why the fuck should somebody build for you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just give one reason. Just one. I just need one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's like the story of Lot when God said, give me 5 good people. Give me 10 good people. Just 5. Just give me one good person that I will destroy Sodom and Gomorrah.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me one good reason. Because if you really want to look at the logic, y'all don't want a black community.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a black society. You just want black benefits and white privilege.
They want the reward, but don't want the work to put in to get that reward. Because like always in anything business or anything you take, there's always risk. Without no risk, there cannot be no reward. What are you willing to risk to get the greatest reward? And that is the comfort for you to nest.
Oh, yes. And I'm so glad you said that. Because this is part 2 of what I'm going to say. Actually, no, part 3.
Mm-hmm.
Part 3 of what I'm going to say is, all the people who say we should fight white supremacy, how many of your sons are you donating to that war?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear nobody talk about fighting anything or going to war with anybody if you're not willing to donate your sons and your effort to the war effort.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to war. I've seen the ugliness of war. Okay?
Yep.
Man, get to play with. There's some shit that I wish I'd never seen. Even as a police officer, there's some things Grateful to God you didn't have to see.
Mhm.
But how many, I question, are willing to give their sons to the war effort? Well, they
Mhm.
should be able to fight and conquer. How many are you giving up?
Yep.
If you're willing to give your son up, hey, I got nothing for you. You gotta be like, hey, you down with the cause.
Yeah.
If you're trying to smuggle your son to Mexico or Canada, then no, you're a hypocrite.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
It's easy to talk shit when it's not your ass paying the price.
Bingo.
It's easy.
Mhm.
Yes, men are designed to fight, and I'll give you that. Of course. 100% completely, you're right. But throughout history, every mother knew that she had to sacrifice her sons for the betterment of the nation.
All women do it.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to our women, especially here, it's like crickets. They say,
Yeah.
"Oh, why I want to do that?" But sure as hell, they'll nest. They let their sons grow to nest like them, out their unnatural purpose.
When
And
you
notice
teach
it.
your sons to be go-getters or nesters, reliant on a woman,
Yeah.
that's the questions you gotta ask.
Mhm.
If I look at the status of why black men aren't building, I gotta look at who's manufacturing these black men first before I can come to my final answer.
Mhm.
Then and only then we can come up with a solution.
Mhm.
And I hate to say it, shaming's not gonna be it.
And the shaming language. Now that we talking about shaming, and I heard one particular dude said, shaming women is the best bet. But I'm saying like this: if using other forms of alternate language to persuade people and changing their ways, then you already lost. You know, because that can only go so far. You get me? But when
Yeah,
somebody has what they call it, respect of self, and they
yeah,
have no self-esteem problems, they will just look at you side high, like you said me. What?
oh
Who are
yeah,
you? F you.
oh yeah,
Because shaming, if we want to keep it 100, it doesn't really work at all. And a lot of women, because of the way how they don't like the environment in today, are women, that you could shame as many black boys or men as want, but at the end of the day, men are gonna do what they're gonna do. The only thing you could do is you're gonna support it or play your role one way or the other. While some of the men are that's doing their job, you better give a hell of a support.
yeah,
Matter of fact, you might have to start sacrificing some of these boys. If if
yeah,
if enough of the men in this community is acting out of character and not acting out their masculine role, you might have to
yeah.
do that. It's like this. You gotta do something different at the end of the day. Go ahead.
To do the same thing every day expecting a different result is the definition of what?
Insanity.
Exactly. We've been doing the same damn thing for almost 50 damn years. Are you teaching your boys to be leaders or subservient? Let's just cut the bullshit out.
And you see a lot of males today, from what we're hearing, Charles, and talking, they are very much subservient
Right.
to the another race of men.
I had to tell one of my lady the other day, well, I know I could go out there and Spider-Man attitudes on her ass. Like, look, first and foremost, stop acting like you get a deer. Men get better with age, women don't. Y'all rock stars from 15 to 30. Everybody knows this shit.
Mhm.
That's if you're lucky enough to be a 7 or 8 and above.
Mhm.
So, you have kids, chops you down a little bit low on the block.
Especially you
Like,
don't keep your body right with
you
those
gotta
kids.
get your body right. A lot of times, you gotta be blessed by all the gods to keep your body right after one or two jokes.
Yeah.
Then your attitude, oh God. Don't say no man. It's saying only a real man can mess with a strong woman.
Mhm.
If we wanted to mess with strong women, we just mess with men.
Mhm.
Do me a favor, Chaos. Send me the link to the thing on the Facebook Messenger.
Of this, I might have to send you this. You're on my Discord.
Yeah.
Let me wait. Let me send Discord. Let me find it. Give me a second. I'm not gonna be here too long. So let me just find Discord. Let me think which one. I'll probably use this one.
I'm just looking at the whole situation as something that can actually be fixed.
Yeah. Let me see if it will work on Facebook Discord. I'm gonna send it now. It's my first time sending it from Facebook. Tell me if this link will work. Okay. I might open this up. Yeah, man. As I let Charles, get back at it. For those, that's coming in the building, I also sent a Discord link on my, as you see in the chat room. Yeah, I want to come up, click onto that. And if y'all don't know what Discord is, click on it and sign up for Discord. It's pretty simple. It's not hard. This is the second best thing besides the Google Hangouts, which I could use on here, but because how people are using other streaming tools, for now, people could use the Discord. If y'all want me to call y'all from Google Hangout, just send me an email and I'll reach y'all on that, and y'all can still conversate live through there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go to my Discord. Okay. And as I wait, I'm not sure if you're still there, J Speed. I don't know if he's still there. He probably gone. I did have him speak up, but he didn't know how to use Discord. But he'll figure it out eventually.
What makes it amazing? What makes it amazing is that you had men and women one time in the community working together due to the fact that we needed each other. When you don't put a need of us being together, in conflict, I think I should be the leader. No, I think I should be the leader. No. If y'all really want men to lead, that means, hey, you gotta step down.
Yeah.
I need a man to force me. I don't need to force you.
Yeah.
All that stuff. It should be willing.
Anything you have to do to force somebody, then it's not really sincere, and they don't really want to do nothing.
Anything usually that you have to force people to do, it's usually illegal. But no.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like the idea of people have to be forced to get something done. I mean, either you're gonna do it or not, And as a woman, if you feel that being around masculine men that have to force you to at least compile and do something, you need to find somebody that's gonna, I ain't gonna say it, but y'all know, ladies, what I'm talking about.
That's mental illness.
I mean, it's the highest form of mental illness. A lot of me psychotherapy here.
It was a question of yes,
All right.
Should black women respect black men? And should black men respect black women? His answer was yes. I'd have to agree. We should. Because we're all we fucking got. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's we're all we got.
Yep.
There are people who thinking that, y'all just want access to white women. Look, y'all had access to white men for 500 years. And probably beyond that. So, it's not about that. It's about, do you respect what this man is about? And honestly, you gotta make a good, you gotta make a decision. You gotta make a decision, especially if you have men who are worth something.
Mm-hmm.
There's not going to be as many viable men out there for women. And I tell them this all the time. You gotta be careful with that. Especially when you think that you've got all this time to waste once you hit 30.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you start seeing, that's when that wall creeps up.
It creeps up pretty fast, man. I tell you, man. And when the wall creeps up, and a lot of women don't know what the wall is or either heard of it. You know what we talking about, ladies, because when you get to a certain age, your clock is ticking. You can feel it in your womb. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know when the wall's seriously creeping. When that, if you never have no children, that's when you can feel it more. You can hear the clock ticking, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. That's that wall. That's that biological clock. And it said, give birth, get seated, settle down, stop effing around, stop it, stop it. You know?
Like that baby, I need a baby.
Yeah. They can feel that baby fever. You hear women always when they talk about say, and seeing other women with children, this gives me that energy that so because you're fighting against your nature, baby. That's why you've been wasting most of your time. You know what I'm saying? And trying to pick like a God figure man, black man particularly. You could have got that years ago. Hell, but that's not a story. But like I said, all right. Okay, somebody's hit me up my messenger. 1 second, let me check with this. Oh, I'll look at that later. But hold on. Let me see what this is. Okay. Oh, that's cool. All right, I'll look at that later. But anyway, oh, you know what? It looks like the Great Liber is on Apple Podcasts and it reached 28th. Let me read this. It looked like his show has hit big, man. Let me read this, guys. See ya. To share the news. We're 26 on the Apple's daily news podcast charts. That's excellent. Let's give congratulations to the Great Liberers Radio Podcast. My good friend Mary Brown. His podcast he be doing sometimes, and he took a break for a few months as hit up in the charts. That's amazing, you know. And like I was with us as black men, we always self improvement, and we had to give praise to other men that's doing very well because we don't do that enough as a collective.
No, we do not.
We always want to say, oh, you think you're better, and always try and shit on us ourselves. But what I'm saying, if you can't respect, your brother for doing well, then you're gonna hurt your own blessings as a person, whether you're on your purpose or not. You know, you always want to say high regards and praise that another brother's doing well.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I guess we passed a certain time now. Anything else you want to say, Charles, as I wrap this up?
that's it. Glad you have it.
All right, all right. Woo! Yeah, we'll do this again soon, Charles. And I see people now coming in now. To those, thank y'all for coming in. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoying the stream. Please, comment, subscribe, and like this video, like always. Let me just check something, my message. And if anybody, like I said, I have a Twitter now. My Twitter is there. If you don't see it in the chat room, I will post this at the end of this video with other things. So, go back to the replay of this stream and check out all the other broadcasts I've done. Be on the lookout for other shows. And like always, I will upload a new stream that I did on the other show sometime. I think later this week. So I think that's it. So thank you for watching the stream. And like always, let the chaos reign.